Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am here for the week of April 14th through the 20th. That's right. We are catching up again. I say tentatively. I don't know. I'm a bit nervous about saying that out loud, but here we are. Excuse me. That was bad. Anywho, I am so excited. This is a beautiful kit from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. Unfortunately, Sweet Tea Sticker Co. does not offer kits anymore, but you should still go check her out. Most of the icons that I've used in this spread are Sweet Tea Sticker Co. I've got scripts from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. She has some really beautiful fonts. So definitely take some time to check her out. She has some really, really cool new bullet journaling things that she's just introduced to the shop, or is introducing on October the 24th. So again, I really do encourage you to go check those out. They're really good. They're just really cool to look at. There's a really cool book journal one. I'm to be like, guys, should I? Probably not. Am I going to? Probably. So I have a problem. Like, look, I love Sweet Tea Sticker Co. You guys could just all deal with it. I did a scatter pattern this week, and that is because the prior week I had gone straight across. So if you are new here, I typically use a straight across pattern on like busy vacation weeks that I know that I'm going to need to use a lot of day extenders on, or weeks where there's nothing going on and I can be like a lot extra. This was like a regular week, and I didn't realize that I was going to have to use day extenders on Thursday and Friday of this week, even though this is the week of Easter. Is that right? Did I mix up my kits? No, is that right? Huh. I will have to look into this again, but apparently this is the week of Easter. So I chose this kit because I love the green, fresh spring vibes that this gives. I can just feel the brisk but green air blowing in through the window. I love it. And I decided to do something a little bit different with my headers this week. I put my to-dos where I normally put my to-dos. Nothing's changed there, but instead of just using one color for my glitter headers on top of the full boxes, every other day I went every other color, and that was really fun and a good way to use up all of the stuff in the kit, which I really enjoyed. And I also put the glitter headers into the sidebar. So now, as you can see, I'm just putting the different colored glitter headers on, and then moving on to our sidebar. For our sidebar, I did this the way that I do every week, but if you're new here, welcome in. I put down 2 habit trackers. I typically don't track more than 2 things per week, but I put in 2 habit trackers and a currently reading. I don't know why I bothered to put in the currently reading. I'm not currently reading anything this week, so that was silly of me. But yeah, I'm glad that I am glad that I did pull it in, because I think it makes the sidebar really cohesive. Also, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. That green that I pulled in for the habit tracker, not that one, that is another habit tracker when I meant to pull in a currently reading. I felt very stupid. But that green that I pulled in for the habit tracker is the identical green to the girl's shirt on the bottom of Tuesday, but I'm not sure if that's showing up on camera. Clearly they've got different undertones, but they are the same when I am looking at them in person, which is nice. I wonder what that says about me. Anywho, let's get into the day by day. So on Monday, I was up at an ungodly hour. Again, in hindsight, I know that my kid was going through a regression, but it was really bad on this day. Then I worked in office, and because it was an office day, I did a 1.5 kilometer lunchtime walk, and I used a squish to note that. The work and office icon is from Sweet Tea Sticker Co., and the up at an ungodly hour is from a shop I no longer purchase from. Then I used a Stick with the Plan Co. just to note that my kiddo went to the potty after 30 minutes. Again, in the really big heat of potty training, I promise you the potty stuff ends really, really soon. Like, I think in probably 6 weeks here, which is really exciting. And then I pulled in the trash can from the kit just to note that I did a general tidy, and then a Coffee Monsters Co. icon just to note that I had an early night on this night. Then on Tuesday, I thought I was being hilarious. I truly, truly thought I was being the world's funniest person. And I pulled in a little emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. with a witch hat on, because I was up at the witching hour, like 4 to 5 in the morning. I thought I was funny. You guys should all laugh. Yeah, it was really a good time getting that sticker, not being up at the witching hour. Then I walked my biggest to school. I was off on this day. And then because I was off, I went on a 5.25 kilometer walk run. So that's just probably 3.15 miles. And then I did some driving practice on this day. As you guys know, I didn't have my license. Foreshadowing, I'm sure. But yeah, so I went driving practice, and that's a Stick with the Plan Co. icon. And then I had a lunch date with my husband, which is really nice. And then I pulled stickers in the afternoon. So I just used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji for that, and a pull stickers icon, or script from Magical Sticker Co. Now, I also really, really, really liked how I pulled it for the week prior. So you guys should all go and check that out. On Saturday, I just used the pull stickers icon in a full box, but it was a decorative, or a half box, but a decorative one. It worked. It's really good. Anyway, I'll link that in the description card up above, or the iCard rather. And then on Wednesday, I used a Stick with the Plan Co. Squidge and its kid to note that it was an absolutely insanely chaotic morning. Just psycho. And then I worked in office. So again, another Sweet Tea Sticker Co. icon for that. And then it was my coworker's baby shower on this day. So I used a baby icon. And then I just found out that I didn't get a position I really wanted, but it wasn't super devastating. They hired someone who had 20 years of experience with the position, rather than somebody who has had no experience with the position. But regarding my interview skills, they said it was a really good interview. So I was really encouraged, and they put a solid action plan in place so that when this comes up again, I would be able to apply for it. And I was really excited. Like, there's a solid plan in place. We're doing what we're doing. So good. Then another Squidge sticker to note that my kiddo went to the toilet again. Very, very exciting. And then my kid and I worked on homework because he had homework in junior kindergarten, and I had opinions about that. But I used a paper and milk icon for that. Then just these, the phone with the headphones in it to note that I had a podcast binge this evening. And like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, but when I say podcast binge, I mean like quite a bit. But it was good. I had a fun time. Then on Thursday, I ended up having to bring in a day extender. I had a lot of day stuff to do, but I used a Sweet Tea Sticker Co. icon to note that I emptied my dishwasher. And the day extenders, if you're wondering, are from the Prairie Planner. You can absolutely go check her out, and you can use my code ALEX20 for 20% off your order if you would like. Sorry, I just found something like a piece of glue on my page, and I'm like, what is that from? Anyway, so I used a squish from Fox and Cactus and a work from home script from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. to note that I worked from home on this day. And I booked my kid for summer camp, which was really exciting. And then I budgeted. because summer camp is expensive for anybody who doesn't know. Then I used a Lottie with her child to note that my son fell and split his lip open at daycare. So he was a bit miserable. And then I went out and bought my son's birthday present on lunch with my husband. And then after school, I took the kids to the park. So that is a Fox and Pip icon of a little play structure. And then that night, my big kid just didn't have a good night. And it was really rough. Like really, really, really rough. So I used the Tangerine sticker to note that. On Friday, it was Easter. So I pulled in this bunny for a Hoppy Easter. I thought I was funny with the joke. Then I used a squish on the phone to note that I had a really nice call with my mom. Then I placed an order for Sweetie Sticker Co. and the Prairie Planner on this day. And then my husband has a Ukrainian background, so he took the kids to this bakery quite a ways away from us to go and get some Pascha, which is Easter bread. And then while he was away, I decided to take advantage, so I did a voiceover and an upload. And then my best friend in the whole entire world, Ashley, came with her husband, who is also my very, very good friend. And they came for Easter for the afternoon and dinner time. And so I used a Fox and Pip icon just with the two girls together to note that. And then we saved the Easter egg hunt until they got here. So my kids went for their nap. And then while they were napping, we said the Easter bunny came. So I have this cute little chick bunny icon from Sweetie Sticker Co. just for the Easter egg hunt. And then my kid was running around amped up on chocolate, my littlest, and he hit his head really badly on our dining room table. He had quite the bruise on his head, like this poor child. He runs into the table a lot. He just doesn't watch where he's going. He's a little boy. They don't watch. Anyway, he slid into the table. So we dealt with that. And then he didn't have a nap. He was too upset about it. So I filmed a little bit. And then I used a squidge with stickers and another sticker icon to note that I pulled stickers. And then just an icon from the kit and a script from Magical Sticker Co. at the very bottom to note that I watched the Great British Baking Show or the Great British Bake Off, whichever you want to call it. Then on Saturday, I had a nice, lovely, long, luxurious shower in the morning, and we headed to Costco. Oh my God, every time I thought because we were 12 minutes in, I would have avoided it, but no. Then I went out for a manicure and a pedicure on this day, and when I got back from that, I did laundry. Then my husband and I went to the school. We voted because we were having a snap election. And then we went to the waterfront and we played at the waterfront on this day, which was really, really nice. We did that as a family. It was just a really good weather day. On Sunday, I have some paper and milk Marus here to note that I did my hair and makeup. And then we went to the club and had Easter at the Hunt Club. And that was really fun. No hunting at the Hunt Club. It is a golf club. Just wanted to clarify for anybody in the comments. And that was really cute. They put on a really good show for the kids. My littlest again had no nap, so that was a bit hard to navigate. And it led to a tough afternoon, which is what I noted with the paper and milk Maru after that. It was the Leafs versus the Sens, round 1, game 1. I don't want to talk about that, but I used a Coffee Monsters Co. icon for that. And then a Teddy Plans couple icon just to know that my husband and I decompressed from the week together, and it was really nice. We had a really good time. Anyway, that was my entire plan with me, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you are all staying safe and well. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Toodles!